Good morning, my Real News Media TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a blessed Sunday. And in the news this morning, body believed to be of homeless man found with gunshot wounds in Spanish Town. The body of a man was found with gunshot wounds and one of its eyes missing at Taws Meadows in Spanish Town, St. Catherine on Saturday morning. The deceased, who up to publication time was still unidentified, is believed to be a homeless man known as a Canadian. Reports indicate that around 11:40 a.m., residents stumbled upon the body and alerted the police. On arrival, lawmen saw the body lying on its back in bushes. The left eye was missing and it had a gunshot wound to the head. The body is of dark complexion, 5 feet 7 inches long, unkempt hair, and appeared to be in its 50s. It was clad in a black shirt with bleached spots, blue jeans shorts, black socks, black shoes, white, black, and red crossbag, and had a brown bag on its back. 2 shot, 1 fatally at a bar party in Westmoreland. 1 man was shot dead and another injured during a shooting at a party in Burnt Savannah in Frome, Westmoreland on Saturday morning. The dead man has been identified as the 36-year-old Sheldon Shakes, a farmer from Townhead District in Burnt Savannah. The injured man is a 32-year-old mason. Reports are that around 12:45 a.m., both men were guests at a sports bar and a gaming lounge where a party was being held when patrons heard several loud explosions sounding like gunshots. When the shooting subsided, the patrons found the Shakes suffering from gunshot wounds to the left side of his chest, and the now injured man was shot in his lower left arm. Partygoers assisted both men to the Savannah Lamar Public General Hospital, where Shakes died while undergoing treatment. The other man was treated and later released. No motive has been established for the shooting, the police said. 3 pedal cyclists among 9 road fatalities during past week, says RSU. 3 pedal cyclists and 3 motorcyclists are among the 9 people who perished in traffic collisions during the week ending Friday, April 12. The other 3 victims include 1 pedestrian, 1 driver of a private motor car, and 1 passenger of a public passenger vehicle. The latest statistics were released on Friday by the Road Safety Unit, which is located in the Island Traffic Authority. According to the RSU, overall road fatalities now stand at 122, the result of 103 fatal crashes as at April 12. Fatalities at the end of March 2024 are projected to decrease by 1% when compared with 2023. This is down from a 2% projected decrease the week before. In the meantime, motorcyclists account for 35% of the road users killed as of April 12, pedestrians account for 16%, and the passengers of private motor vehicles account for 11%. Combined, the group classified as the most vulnerable road users, pedestrians, pedal cyclists, motorcyclists, and the pillion riders, account for 61% of the road users killed as of April 12, 2024. Males and the females account for 84% and 16% respectively of the road fatalities since the start of the year. St. Catherine elderly man on wounding and assault charges remanded. A senior citizen was remanded on wounding and assault charges when he appeared in the St. Catherine Parish Court on Friday. Michael McTavish, 66, of Bogwalk in the parish, was ordered to return to court on April 16. Allegations are that on January 1, 2024, the complainant was burnt on the face by McTavish. The matter was reported to the police. On March 2, the complainant was then again allegedly attacked by the accused, who used a machete to chop him on the left hand. A report was again made to the police, and the investigation resulted in McTavish being arrested. He was subsequently charged with unlawful wounding and assault occasioning grievous bodily harm. Health Ministry issues a water quality warning. The Ministry of Health and Wellness is advising members of the public to be vigilant when receiving potable water. The ministry says water supplied to householders and the business community should be from the National Water Commission or another source approved by the ministry. In an advisory issued on Friday, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Jacqueline Besseser McKenzie stressed that before water is received, consumers should observe whether the vehicle, including the water-holding containers, hose and the fittings, is clean. Dr. Besesa McKenzie adds that consumers should also ensure that the water is not discolored and that there is no odor or foreign matter in it. Commercial entities are advised, where possible, to conduct additional quality checks. She says if the quality of the water is in doubt, consumers are advised to treat the water by boiling or adding 3 or 5% household bleach, not bulk bleach, to treat drinking water. The ministry says it will also be monitoring food establishments and institutions to ensure they purchase water from approved haulers. The public is being reminded that all entities supplying potable water should be licensed to do so. Scott Motley wants Juliet Holness to withdraw devastating letter to former clerk. Opposition Senator Donna Scott Motley is urging the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Juliet Holness, to withdraw the controversial letter she sent to Valerie Curtis, former clerk to the House of Parliament last month, upbraiding her over her handling and the tabling of reports from the Auditor General's department. The Speaker's decision to delay the tabling of reports from the AGD and the Integrity Commission has sparked a controversy, and the political commentators have described the Holness's action against Curtis as unprecedented. Members of the opposition have repeatedly called for the withdrawal of the letter issued to Curtis, arguing that it sets a bad precedent. They were previously told that the matter was being ironed out between the former clerk and the Speaker. On Friday, Scott Motley added her voice to those calling for the letter to be withdrawn during the debate on an amendment of the Appropriations Bill to correct an error and saw statutory expenditures inadvertently included in the act that was passed by the Parliament last month. Curtis proceeded on retirement on April 6 after serving the nation's Parliament for more than 28 years. Scott Motley, along with Senator President Tom Tavares Finson and the leader of government business, Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith, all heaped praise on Curtis while acknowledging her decades-long contribution. The trio also welcomed the new clerk, Colleen Lowe, who served as Curtis's deputy since May 2022. Scott Motley wants the Senate to properly recognize Curtis's contribution. I hope that we will have the opportunity to pay real tribute to her when we're so prepared and she is present. And I would hope that on an occasion like today, a significant day for Miss Lowe, Curtis would have been here in the well of the House celebrating her deputy's ascension. And it would be remiss of me if I did not join the chorus of voices asking that devastating missive that was sent to her and made public on the eve of her retirement, which sullied her reputation and which continued to harm her, it would be remiss of me if I did not ask that missive be withdrawn, Scott Motley remarked. The opposition senator said it was unfortunate that the letter was sent just a few days before Curtis's retirement, when she would have been left as a totally celebrated person. That was a cruel act, she added. Turning to Lowe, Scott Motley said today that's the only thing that detracts her from you, because today should have really been about you and your ascension. When the House of Representatives met on Tuesday, opposition members of Parliament were shut down by the Deputy Speaker, Roy Clark, when they attempted to speak on the matter. However, acting leader of opposition business, Fitz Jackson, did note that it was the custom of the House to pay tribute to outgoing clerks, but this was not done on Tuesday. For all my years in this Parliament, there are certain courtesies that are usually extended to our officers. Ms. Curtis has demitted office without that usual courtesy being extended to her of the House in its sitting, acknowledging her service and paying tribute to her, Jackson said, adding that it would be remiss of us to continue the sitting today at the end of that tenure as if it's business as usual. The opposition would not sit and allow that to continue because we would become complicit with such practice. His comments appeared to have rankled the Deputy Leader of Government Business, Olivia Grange, who rose on a point of order and objected to Jackson's remarks. The member and I did have a discussion, and I indicated that we would be doing the courtesies when the Leader of the House, Edmund Bartlett, and the Speaker, Juliet Holness, are present, said Grange. He asked me to indicate when. I told him I would do so before the end of this sitting, and that's the understanding we had, Grange added. Jackson responded by stating that Granger's comments were accurate but inadequate and unacceptable. He insisted that a time and a date be given for the tributes. Amid the back and forth between the two sides, Prime Minister Andrew Holness intervened, stating that it is never a contemplation that the Clerk of the House, which is such an important position, a constitutionally recognized position, could demit office, and the courtesies and the convention surrounding that office are not observed with dignity. I want to assure the acting leader of opposition business that that will be done appropriately when the House is at its full strength, when the Speaker and the leader of government business and the leader of opposition business and the leader of the opposition are all present to pay their respects and courtesies.